Hey everybody, Punisher88 here, coming to you live once again and letting you know that it's tag time. So, I was tagged twice by two different YouTubers. I was tagged by Liking the Covers 4963 and I was tagged by Simon's Comic Corner. Now, I'm going to be completely honest with you guys. I'm not 100% sure if these are two separate tags or if they're the same one. So what I'm doing is, since I was tagged twice, I'm going to answer all 6 questions in one video, and then I'm going to name the 3 YouTubers I'm tagging, and then my 3 questions and my answers to those questions. So first off, the questions from Liking the Covers 4963. And by the way, if you're not subscribed to either Liking the Covers or Simon's Comic Corner, do that right now. They got a lot of great stuff, and I will post links in the description to their channels, along with the 3 that I'm going to be tagging as well. So first question is, what favorite comic do you have more than one issue of? Like, do I have any doubles? Well, to be honest, favorite comic? No, because that would just be too darn expensive. But I do have doubles of certain comics, and I did bring a couple with me. Well, just one example anyway. I have a double here of Savage She-Hulk issue 14. Now I know it's not really a key issue or anything. The reason why I do have a double of that book is the first one I got looking through dollar bins, and the second one I picked up at a flea market, not realizing that I had the book already. So I was like, oh man, I have a double. But now, later on down the road, I realized that that could be a good thing for someone out there. Basically, if I do a contest and I throw some random books together as the prize, maybe that one of these will show up in there. So, it works out in the end. The second question is, one comic you look at, like almost every day or once a week or something. And I didn't bring the book with me to work, but it is a book that has showed up in lots of my videos, whether it be contest entries and whatnot. And that is my Batman issue 251. And the reason why that book is looked at so much is because in my room I keep it on a shelf where I basically see it every single day. So, and then the third question is one TV show cover that I like the most in my collection. Again, I'll be honest, I don't have any TV show covers, any of those really cool Dell or Gold Key, like Lone Ranger books or any of that stuff. What I do have though is a movie cover, so I hope this counts. And it is a Marvel movie special, and it's an issue number 1 of James Bond for Your Eyes Only. And this is the only one I've ever seen like this before, so right off it's like my favorite. So until I find something cooler, but I mean, it's James Bond, so how are you going to get cooler than James Bond? So yeah, so those are my 3 answers to Liking the Covers 4963's questions. Now we move on to Simon's Comic Corner questions. So his first one is, what series do you think has decreased? Myself personally, a series that I think has decreased, and I mean, it's saying something when I actually dropped the title myself, is Miracle Man from Marvel. Now, I'm sure there's probably a bunch of you out there who are still reading it. I myself was super excited to jump on it when it first came out because, written by Alan Moore, or in this case, the original writer. And so I read it up to issue, I think, 7 or 8, and then I dropped it later on because there was so much other good stuff coming out. And I think now their Miracle Man's up to, I think, issue 12 or 13, and there's an annual, and I just haven't bothered trying to get back on it. So to me personally, I think it's Miracle Man. What's a series that I wish more people were reading? For me, that was a tough one, so I had to go with a split, two different titles, both of them being from Image. The first one being The Fade Out by Ed Brubaker and Sean Phillips. I cannot praise this series enough. If you're into a real, gritty 40s mystery, murder mystery, that real, crime noir, that whole vibe, if you're into that, then this series is for you. And it's not really tough to jump on it because there is a trade out already of the first 4 issues, and issue 5 came out like last week or 2 weeks ago. So very simple to get on that. And then the second series, also from Image, is Cowl. Now, I've done reviews already of some of the Cowl books, and I love this series. Basically, it's about the very first superhero union, which is formed in Chicago in the 1960s, and there's all kinds of turmoil going on in the group, and just all kinds of outsider stuff and cover-ups, and just such a cool story. And also, not very hard to jump on this series either, because there are 9 issues in right now. So, and I think there's 1 or 2 trades as well. So, very simple. And then the third question is Guardians of the Galaxy or the Avengers? Well, I'll be honest, up until May 2nd of this year, it was totally Guardians of the Galaxy. I love the way, Rocket really, put that humor in the movie, and, I liked how Star-Lord was always trying to get with Gamora. I liked Drax not getting metaphors, and it just super funny. A real bitchin' soundtrack if you're really into the classic rock thing, such as myself, and just really, really good movie. But then, as I said, May 2nd comes around, and I go see the Avengers Age of Ultron, and wow. I gotta say now, it's Avengers. Or more than anything, it's Ultron for me. And James Spader, perfect choice. And I really want to say a lot about that right now, but I'm holding myself back from doing that because I know there's a lot of you out there who still haven't seen the movie, and I don't want to drop spoilers left and right for you guys. I want you guys to enjoy it. So, but yeah. So now it's Avengers for me. And so those are my 6 answers. And now I'm going to tag 3 YouTubers. So I'm going to, and I'm hoping you guys haven't been tagged yet. But again, like I said, it's so hard to keep track of who's been tagged and who answered and everything. So if you have been tagged already, well, you're being tagged again. So I'm tagging Tylux the Mighty, 1904 Comics, and of course Mercy's Little Show. And my 3 questions are, what movie, past or present, would you like to see turned into a comic, either a one-shot or an actual series? Myself personally, I would love to see Back to the Future turned into a comic book series, because I find the whole time travel thing and the mishaps with Marty and Doc Brown, would be awesome. My second question is, what do you guys think is going to be, I mean, we already know that Jessica Jones is coming to Netflix, Power Man, Luke Cage, and Iron Fist and everything. But I want to know, after all that stuff, who do you guys think is going to be the next comic book character to make the move to Netflix? Myself personally, and I've heard quite a few other people mention this, I'd have to go with the Punisher, because after seeing the way they were able to do Daredevil, I find a Punisher series on Netflix would be amazing. They could go very gritty and dark, and it would be beautiful. So yeah, so I think it would be the Punisher. And then my third question is, and this is more of a pop culture-ish kind of question. What is your favorite pop culture TV/movie car? Myself, I had such a hard time trying to decide, so I had to go again with a split decision, and it's a toss-up between the 1966 original Batmobile or the Black Beauty from the Green Hornet. So, anyway, those are my questions. Those are my answers. The three I picked. You guys have been tagged, and I had a blast answering these questions. It was really fun. So again, if you guys aren't subscribed to Liking the Covers 4963 or Simon's Comic Corner, go check them out. I'll put all their info below, links to their channel, as well as Tylock's 1904 Comics and Mercy's Little Show. Alrighty, so that's it for now. Next up, the next video in this marathon is going to be another haul, but this time of my regular, weekly comics and whatnot. So stay tuned for that. And then after that video, we're going to shift to some videos at home. Most likely I'm going to do my Thursday comic review. I believe I'm going to be posting a contest entry, and that's all I know right now off the top of my head. Alright, so stay tuned for all that and more. Alright, so I'm ending it here. So once again, this is Punisher88 signing off. See ya!